Hello, oh people of YouTube, I'm Cypher and we're back playing Divinity Original Sin 2. Let's keep on exploring.
No, no, no! Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
A scruffy kid bounds up and stands before you, hands on hips. He stares at your face, doubt screwing up his features.
You Ben Mez?
Stay completely silent, as per your training.
Yep, that's just what he said you'd say, Ifan. Righto, got a message for you. Chap called Baron Laveri wants to see you. Black Bull Tavern, first floor.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, whistling an off-key tune.
You ever think about running off? Like,
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet, piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence and does a double-take. He squints and peers at you closely before shaking his head.
cool, Aldous. He's a spitting image of that sorcerer fellow, ain't he?
Thought you were someone else for a second there, lad. Someone with no business in Driftwood. But enough of all that. What word do you bring?
Say that you bring no word for them. No word at all.
No word of battle? No word of our Magister brothers and sisters? What can you tell us from the road?
Repeat yourself, you bring no word for them.
Both Magisters note your dead tone and eye you with fleeting curiosity, yet their attention is clearly distracted.
There were at least half a dozen magisters out there, Aldous. They can't all have...
Shush, Fedor. You, Mr. Lookalike. If you think of anything you forgot to tell us, visit Raymond at the docks. On, in with you.
You ever think about running off? Like farming
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
You poor dwarf. Do you even know what they've done?
Ugh, scarecrow.
Come here. The sun's warm.
Level 12.
There are soldiers here, or knights, perhaps. They look capable.
Halt, traveller, if you please. Who goes there?
Tell him you're an adventurer taking the road east.
Ha! If you're looking for adventure, east's the way to go. It's a void-woken hellhole over there, sorcerer at work. Powerful one. Of course, you could wait for the Magisters to sort them out. You'll be waiting.
Tell him you've fought Voidwoken before. You won't be afraid.
I dare say you have, adventurer. But I suspect you've seen nothing like what lies beyond, except maybe in your nightmares. Every time the Voidwoken come, they're bigger and there's more of them. Still, You want to go east, you go east. We won't stop you.
Okay.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. All hell broke loose. Good times. Good times. I wonder if they'll remember me.
Yes. Yes, they will.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat.
Slick and smooth.
My friend, for Alexander the Innocent.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all we care.
Okay, got him in the bar. Ah, the witch's shack. Crossbows. Silent Watchers.
Old friend, what have you been... Jonathan, how long has it been?
Gareth.
Gareth looks to the limp body at his feet, then to you, sword raised. He isn't quite present, but lost in his own tangled thoughts.
I knew I'd see him again. I wish it hadn't been like this.
Note the limp figure's pristine garb. Is this a magister?
Indeed. Yet more than that. His name is Jonathan. He is my friend. Or was my friend.
Ask how Jonathan ended up on the floor of this shack.
I led him here. I felt someone's gaze on me from almost the very moment I stepped foot on the coast. Lucian taught never to ignore augury. And sure enough, I saw the flash of white. I heard the sprigs snapping. Someone was watching, following. I came here and waited. The door swung open and it was him. A face I hadn't seen since I was called to the Seekers. He didn't say a word, just flashed the arrest warrant. Seems he didn't expect the punch. Now I must do as duty requires.
Gareth raises his blade and tightens his grip, but falters. He cannot strike the final blow.
You want me to drag a wight across the coast in viewing distance of a dozen magisters and get a tongue lashing from Malady as a reward? I have not lost all sense, I assure you.
Calm Gareth. He should spare Jonathan. It is the merciful thing.
Gareth's fingers open and close around his sword's hilt. His breathing slows and his face relaxes, yet his arm remains suspended.
Rest your hand on his shoulder. He mustn't blame Jonathan for the order's every sin.
Gareth lowers his arm, but it continues.
Perhaps you are right. Perhaps not. Give me time. Let me think. Whatever may be.
Okay, where to send Sybil? I think this direction. Squirrel.
Maybe the river could be crossed on that?
Let's keep sending Losa this direction.
Burning Voidwoken. The stink upsets me and I don't know why. The dead here stir. I hear their whispers.
Losa being the emo.
Look who's come to join the party.
Back to Benmez. Up the stairs.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
Iffin bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Iffin laughs as he straightens the beard.
Iffin, forgive my style. I look a right pickled pepper pot, don't I? So what next? Grapevine says you know the whereabouts of more Godwoken. Guess you'll be taking them on over Roost's Way, eh?
He points vaguely northwards, silken robes flapping.
Camped out at an abandoned sawmill not too far from here.
The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet.
Suppose you'd best get moving, huh? And I'd best get back to living the no-thrills barred life of this chump.
I'd best move on. See you around.
For some reason, the two of them burst into guffaws. Iffin claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Okay. Here's that. Now the beast. Where shall we send him? I say north.
A lake of death fog, and the bridge appears to be down. There must be a way across.
Nope. Not until we get at the whole sea source ability. Or spirit vision, as it were. Oh.
The scion works. You do not disturb her.
No, it hurts. Huh?
You recognize Diana, the runaway scion from Fort Joy. Her face looks different, alight with fur.
You! I warn you not to follow!
Say you didn't follow her, you found her by accident.
You? Accident? You...
Her face, tight with rage, suddenly slackens. She winces.
Forgive. The armor warns of thieves. I do not expect friends.
Admit you hadn't expected her to escape Port Joy.
I escape with other kin, but they camp over there. They fear my work. Perhaps covet. Like this one. She hides one of my spores. I know it.
She gestures at the bound Magister and freezes as if listening.
Yes, yes. Simpler to show them. Come. Watch. Do not touch. Come here, Duran.
The Magister's scream bubbles beneath putrid gas and is cut suddenly short. The corpse rocks gently, as if shifting in sleep, and then splits to release surging vines. The creepers knit silently together to weave a pair of gauntlets. Diana tears them free, something close to worship in her eyes.
Do you see now? It is a marvel.
Agree. Impressive.
It only begins. The presence within grows to complete the armor. It is a holy act. The thief is unworthy soil from which to grow, but it hurts her, and that is enough.
Take your leave. Okay.
I see a cage, and in it, is that a demon?
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all-too unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly at ease.
And absolutely lethal.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods.
Step in from the shadows.
There is much weakness in Revelation. What upper hand you had, you've lost.
He eyes you with a sudden intensity, makes you feel like a weight upon a scale, balanced against an unknown measure.
I stand corrected. It is in the Revelation that you show your upper hand.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the demons, then back to you.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they, Godwoken? May I offer you anything to drink?
Shake your head. You're not thirsty.
No. Not for wine, nor for water. But for source.
He pours a glass of wine from a bottle in his greatcoat and drinks it down in one voracious gulp.
To your very good health, I'm sure. Now then, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jehan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call a master of the source.
master of the source. Tell him you're searching for sages like him.
Of course you are. That is what Godwoken do. The answer to your next question, by the by, is yes, I will teach you if you do something for me first. Quid pro quo, I'm afraid. A tad vulgar of me, that much I admit, but needs must when the demon drives. It will come as no surprise, I suppose, that it is a demon that drives me to seek your benevolence. I've been hunting him for a long time, and now I've managed to track him down to the island over yonder.
He points towards the northeast. You see nothing in that direction but grey water and a thick mist in which ghoulish shapes seem to form and fade.
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed as much. But to my great frustration, I cannot reach my goal. Death fog surrounds the island, and through death fog even I cannot pass. That is where you come in.
Say that you don't want to sound pessimistic, but that you're hardly immune to death fog yourself.
Of course. You are but a mortal, for now. But you are Godwoken as well. Surely you have a few tricks up your sleeve. Consider it a test. Kill the demon, and I will be your teacher.
Tell him he has a deal.
Then let me shake your hand and describe your target. The demon's guise, or vessel, one can't be quite certain, is that of a lizard known only as the Advocate. Like all of his ilk, he is kind, he is charming. He will offer you what you desire most at seemingly no cost at all. There is no such thing as no cost at all. My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. But should you choose to disregard me, should you allow him to parley, all you have to do is say no. Above all else, remember that.
Say you're interested in learning more about the nature of this island.
It is a place of irony, if you will. Once the site of an academy dedicated to the art of demon hunting, now the remnant of a dream sliced open into nightmare. Rumor has it an exorcism went wrong there long ago, and for a short time a great demon stood unopposed. Had it not been for Dr. Deva, the entirety of Reaper's Coast could have looked like Blood Moon Island looks today. He contained the demon and its blood spawn to the doomed shores of the isle, surrounded it with death fog, and never looked back.
Tell you more about Dr. Deva.
I met him once, during a soiree in Arx. Quite the eccentric is Dr. Deva. But then again...
He looks you up and down.
Aren't we all?
Tell him I must be on my way.
May you wander in wisdom.
There we go.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
Frown and move to strip. Wide-eyed, ask what's down the cellar.
None of your beeswax, unless you got a reason to be here.
Step closer to him. Doesn't he recognize you?
He squints at you in the gloom. Then his eyes widen, and he takes a stumbling half-step backwards.
Well, I'll be thrice cussed to the void.
Ifan Ben Mez. I saw them collar you good, boy. Didn't think we'd hear you growling round here again. Down you go, but no shenanigans, mind. I hear of any more incidents down there, I'll shave your damn wolf bald myself.
I've spotted something.
Look at that.
Here we are. Now, how tough is the champion? Level 12. Seems like a lot of the fights won't be doable until level 12. Preferably past it.
What's this? I found something.
The plinth of the statue bears a series of deep, circular scratches.
Ah, the heroes that are no longer.
Human graves. Let's hope none are earmarked for me.
Need lockpicks. That'll be Bemez's job.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
Level 9. Okay. Kind of makes you wonder
I found something.
who was despised enough to be crucified in a graveyard. Orion Lake. groundskeeper. Okay. Necro dog. Making good progress on exploring the map.
What is this place?
Where does this path lead?
Skulls were left here as a warning. Don't expect a welcome.
Ah, those skulls. Relatively nice and peaceful. Oh, this direction of the woods. Except for the crazies in the logging camp.
Blood to blood, earth to earth, wood to wood, birth to birth.
Looks like this place has seen better days. Much better days. Everything is very dark all of a sudden.
Ah, yes. The challenge area. It's a challenge area because everything here has a permanent decaying status effect. But I am trying to explore. Onwards!
bottom's trembling almost as bad as the Lady Vengeance on rough seas. Gonna be a grim harvest here this year.
Yeah, this is definitely not paradise. This is kind of like the opposite of paradise. In general, well, the problem with this area is maneuverability. Everything's so broken up that it's hard to move around. Okay. I have teams all across the entire tri-state area. Let's go and talk to Lohara.
What are you, Lohar? You've been living under a boulder. Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time. These are explosive times. Be respectful. I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper.
Stay quiet.
Bart, Kate, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Tell the truth now.
Brave lad, all sitting here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
Say you may, depending on what he's interested in. But there are things you want to know too.
You came into my house, bub, not the other way around.
He winces loudly and holds a hand to the bandage on his side. The large red spot in its center has grown larger and wetter.
Tell him it looks like someone got him right under the ribs with a short blade. A professional, probably.
The best of the best. Taught her myself. Under the third ribbon out again, just like that. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
Smile broadly and regale him with the tale.
I've gotta say I'm impressed. I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all?
Well, he doesn't sound convinced of their cause.
Alder's been telling us all kinds of this and that about Godwoken. Haven't seen any evidence of them myself. So no, I'm not convinced.
Tell him you're no such gallop. Say you can't blame him for all the Order's bluster, or things are only getting worse.
We're swirling the drain. If someone doesn't plug it, we'll slip down easy as you please. So, what do you want?
Tell him you need information. You're looking for certain powerful sorcerers.
Ah, I should have guessed. And it just so happens I can help you. Depending on what you can do for me.
Say all you need is names. It won't cost them anything.
Everything costs something round here. Only question is how much you're willing to pay.
Ask him what he has in mind.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
Say that sounds reasonable. Ask where you should start.
Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own.
Nod. You'll check it out?
Good. One more thing. Like I said, Mordus is a sorcerer. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
And there we go. We have characters all over the map, all pushing in the story in multiple different ways. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I have been Cypher, and have a good day.